What's happening? I see Shaun interacting with the chat already. Top slot. I big up everyone, man. Miss TT, hello. Hello, everyone, man. Shaun, where you at? Jennifer, where you at? The Flying Monk, yeah, I'm good, bro. John Evans, Daniel, what's happening? Imagine I dressed up. Nah, just come from outside, man. Margaret, hello, Margaret. 2 minutes, yeah, Shaun, no problem. Good old Gleskerton, I think is how you say it. Thank you, bro. Richard, big up Richard Lamb every time, man. Stacy. Jeff's with. Yeah, look, clean shaven. Amanda G, good evening. Hold on, someone's here. How do I do it again? There you go. Add to stream.
Evening.
You're right, Jennifer?
Yes, I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine.
Can you hear me all right? The audio was really playing up earlier.
It's quite low.
Okay, let me amplify door.
Frederick K, yes, bro, what's happening? I've started the mask trend, I see.
Is this one any good?
Oh, sure, you're back at it again.
Good evening, Mr. Demon. I'm Jen.
So what's happening?
Hey, I'm loving life, man. Thanks for having us back on.
I can hardly hear you, Shaun.
You can hardly hear me. Can you hear me now?
It's really, really low.
Really
Are
low.
mics working?
I can hear Jen. Can you hear me, Jen?
Yeah.
It's you, Demon.
It might
You
be
need to sort your
mine.
audio.
Sort your audio levels out.
Can you not hear them good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm asking the chat. In the chat, can everyone hear them good?
So I'm reading some of the comments now. Oh dear.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Too loud, Jen.
I'll just suffer it then because I can't hear properly, but no problem. So how have you been, Shaun?
Yeah, just got back from a school talk in the West Country, 3-hour drive. Slammed a curry real quick, and I'm good to go.
What about you, Jennifer? How are you?
I'm good. I had the great task of syringing my ears earlier after a cold I had this week, which was absolutely disgusting, followed by a bit of hoovering. Exciting life I got.
Did it clear out your ears?
It really did. It's the most disgusting thing I've seen, though, known to man. But you got to do what you got to do. If your job involves hearing people, then you kind of need your ears.
I agree. Well, first off, let me thank you both for coming on.
No, thank you.
I appreciate it. I think we'll start with Shaun. You ready to answer questions, Shaun?
Yes, please. What have we got here?
You do know, though, I have to warn you. You do know if you don't answer them the way that the viewers expect you to answer them, they're going to hang you in the court of public opinion. You do know that, don't
Christ.
I'll do my best to get hung.
Bloody hell. All right. So I think first question, most of them are from the chat that I was reading earlier in the comment section.
Yeah.
Oh, as well, please. I don't want to. I'm going to take a page out of your book on this one. I'm going to try not to swear myself. Please don't swear. I don't want to mention no one's names or nothing like that. Yeah.
We'll do our best so that this video doesn't get struck down.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Right. So, Shaun, first question: are you a Freemason?
No. I have interviewed Freemasons such as Steve Ray, but I am not a Freemason. I've joked about being a Freemason, and trolls have took that little quote and spread it around.
Are you or
Did I
someone
just
said
get
is your
belt by Jen then?
dad a Freemason?
Tell
Are
me,
you connected to any Freemasons?
No.
No. No problem. I'm really struggling to hear, man.
It's you,
Second question,
Demon.
because
It's you. Everyone
there's
can
quite
hear
a
us.
few questions for you, Shaun.
Okay, go for it.
Second question: is helping Darren G genuine or is it for the views?
If you have read his book like I have, you would know the horror of what he went through. And people say, Darren, 1 minute he's on board, next minute he's ranting and raving. Well, I've never changed. We've offered him this help. We've been working with him, and nothing's changed at our end. From reading his book, seeing what he's been through, and being in prison myself around people like that, you learn the horror of what happens to them as kids, and it explains the adult behavior. And if these people don't ever get anyone to trust in them, how on earth are they going to do well in life? They just need 1 or 2 people to trust in them, and it can send their life in a whole new direction. And that's what we're trying to do with Darren.
Yes.
Fair enough. But you say that people say that he's on and he's off. It's not people, it's him himself saying that. He comes out and says he doesn't want to deal with you or Jenny and whatnot. It's from his own mouth. It's not from people ain't just saying that. It's him saying it himself.
Yeah, but if you go back to the first podcast I did with him, he even says in that, I put a clip out the other week, he even says he's got trust issues and anyone who helps him is going to go through that. And I told him, I understand. I'm going to go through that. I have been through it, but I'm still here to help you. And if you can get someone like that, you can earn their respect and show them that you're going to help them when no one's helped them throughout their lives. That can make a huge difference.
It could do. I agree to an extent. But you already know my opinion on Darren, so
I don't know your opinion on Darren.
would you like to know my opinion on him?
Well, I'd rather you didn't say anything negative about him because he's with us.
Yeah.
Well, it's not negative. There's some positive, but it is mostly negative. I'll be honest.
All right, let's not say anything then. Let's just keep going because we don't want to make this a negative interview.
Yeah, no problem. No, I'm cool with that. We'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this next question, you've already been asked it, but when I ask you it, don't go into another story and all of that stuff. Just answer the question, please. We don't want to know. This is what they're grilling me about because I don't ask it enough.
Yeah, go for it.
Don't go off into another story or anything like that. Just numbers, because this was a question again that came up in the comments. How much did you make from the 10,000 people rave?
How would I know that to the penny?
If I'm honest,
yeah.
Anything that I've ever done that's been, say, a substantial amount of money, 99% of the time I can remember it because it was something big that stood out to me. And you said that you had only done a 10,000 rave once. So yeah. I would assume that you would know that like that off the top of your head.
Well, when I said I've only done a 10,000 rave once, that doesn't mean I hadn't done multiple raves over the years. And I was off my face at those raves. I was off my face when we were counting the money. So to say a precise figure is absolutely impossible. It was 20 plus years ago. And, you know, I didn't keep records of these things because the cops would have grabbed them. So
Was it
from
was
the
it over
raves,
500,000 or 1,000,000?
I can run it all down for you if you want, exactly the cost of that night.
I think you should.
All right, so all right, let's go over it then. We had 5 stages, right? So Shredder sound system cost something like 30 grand. I might have said a different number on a previous interview. Like I said, I can't remember, I'm just guessing. Approximately 30 grand for the stages. Then we had about 100. I think there was almost 100 DJs in the beginning but they didn't all come. So there was like, I think it's about 50 plus DJs. But fees varying from like 2,000 up to tens of thousands for, was it Chris Liberator, Dave the Drummer, people like that. So add all costs then of all the DJs. What does that come to?
Do you want me to get a calculator?
Yeah, we're going to need a calculator. If 10,000 people come to a rave, Demon, about a third of them probably get in free. They're friends of the people promoting the rave, they're friends of mine, blah, blah, blah. So that takes the tickets down to about, say, 6,500.
So give me the numbers and I'll pop it in.
All right, here's the revenue then. 6,500 people.
Yeah.
Times, let's say, $20 a ticket. How much is that?
£130,000.
All right, so then minus Shredder, which was 30,000, takes it down to 100 grand.
Yeah.
Minus, let's say, 50 DJs, you know, times whatever. You don't actually make money off the rave, Demon. This is my point here. Because after everybody's paid, that ticket money is cancelled. You make
it's like
money.
Glastonbury. You don't earn big dollars off. Well, they do obviously with the stalls, but they make their money off the stalls being there, not the artists. A big budget of that goes on the artists.
And I'd made my money off the pills.
You make your money off the what? Off the pills?
The pills. That's how I made my money. I wasn't looking to make money off the door. I was just looking to control the door.
So roughly, then, what did you make on the pills?
Once you control the door, you control the pills.
All right, fair enough. I'll accept that. I don't know if the chat will.
What more questions are there on that? What else is there on that?
No, I don't think there's any more about the racing. There was a question in the chat. Someone said, right, do you buy subscribers?
No.
So why do your views not match up with your subscribers?
The circle of leeches who have been trying to siphon off my subscribers by talking my channel down, say things like that. And my channel was getting, I think, about 100 to 200,000 views at least a day before I got struck down because of my Epstein content. So right now, my channel has gone from 100, 200,000 views a day down to about 50,000 views a day. But still, if you look at the figures of my podcast guests, on the low side, I get, in the tens of thousands of views. On the high side, my most popular podcast guest has got 10 million views. And those views just come in every month. When a video goes viral like that, it just doesn't stop. So people saying my views are down need to look at my top viewed podcast guests. Every month they're getting views. So my views aren't down from the guests. They're just down because I lost all my Epstein content.
So I was laughing in a comment. Sorry.
What's up?
Someone just asked, is your arm behind me because I've got the orange on the top of these wings? I thought that was quite amusing.
I didn't even notice that.
It looks like it though, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Close, Shaun.
Yeah, so Demon, my views used to be like 5 to 10 million a month. And since I had to delete half my channel because of the Epstein stuff. It's gone down to the low millions a month.
So do you understand why people would assume that you do purchase subscribers, because they don't? It doesn't look just as if that your views match up with your subscriber count.
Well, if they look at my podcasts that have got millions of views, like Jamie Morgan Kane, 10 million views, then they'll see that's where the views are at. Every single day, if you put videos up, only so many of them go viral. We put 2 or 3 videos a day up. Of course, not all of them are going to go viral, but every now and then one does.
No, of course, but I would say that once you get to a certain level, I would say, of numbers, only 20-30% at a push is gonna really be watching your stuff like that. So I don't expect you to put out a video and get 600,000 views the minute you drop the video, but I would expect you to be hitting even on an average video that doesn't go viral, at least like 20 to 50,000 views in a day.
Yeah, but nobody's getting that. And I've been shadow banned because of my Epstein stuff. They've turned a lot of notifications off.
Fair enough. What's the next question? You say are you in contact with Sammy the Bull's son, like you said last time?
Yes.
Would you be able to get Sammy the Bull's son to come on and confirm any of the stories that you said, or to confirm that you was his competition?
You know what? I've reached out to him and offered to fly him to London to do just that. So I'm waiting for his response.
But couldn't you just do it on live like you did the other day with
These guys are a Hollywood family now. If you watch Mob Wives, they have gone to Hollywood. Sammy the Bull's got his own gig going with his YouTube channel. These guys you don't just click your fingers and say, hey, get on a live with me to these guys. These guys are big time. Sammy the Bull Gravano is probably one of the most famous mafia figures who's still alive from that era. So trying to get people to do something like that has got to be done very respectfully and slowly and politely. I can't just say, hey, get on a live with me because my trolls don't believe this is true. Wish I could, but that's just not going to happen. But I am working on it in the appropriate way.
No, I agree with you. I don't think it would happen with a click of the finger, but I would expect if you had a relationship with him, it would be a lot easier than for you than it would be for somebody else to reach out and say, hey, do me this favor here, please.
Have you seen his son do interviews with anyone?
No, I ain't seen it.
Exactly, and there's a reason for that. So do you think he's just going to change that for me? Do you think I am a priority in his life when he's got his own reasons why he doesn't do interviews? I don't think so.
Fair enough. Like I said, I hope the chat are giving you the benefit of the doubt, innit?
Hey, it's the truth.
What else? Was you a part of the Aryan Brotherhood in prison?
To be a part of the Aryan Brotherhood, you've got to murder someone to be a full member.
Not a member, but you had to. Was you under their protection?
I was. If you are a white person,
then you're supposed to go with the white car, no?
If you're a white person, you are under the control of the Aryan Brotherhood. As soon as you go in, they charge check you, and you have to go to the white boy meetings. So if the head of the race in your pod gets moved on or whatever, then all the whites have to go to a meeting and vote on who's going to be the new head of the race. And you know what? In my book, I wrote about this hard time. And there was a time when the Italians took over from the Aryans, and I call that chapter Little Italy. One of the Italians just contacted me from back then, from like 2002. And so I was in jail with this guy. He's a cool guy. He met Wildman and everything. He's a tough guy. I'm interviewing him on Saturday about our experience together in the jail. So that one's going to be coming out soon. There are hundreds of people from my past, that I can reach out to. So we're going to get more and more people on who I've been in jail with.
So yeah, I think that would be good. I think that a lot of people would want to see that.
Definitely.
But you was under the protection of the Aryan Brotherhood. Not the Aryan Brotherhood, the white people.
You have no choice. Whatever race you are, you come under the protection of that gang. If you're black, it's the Mau Mau. If you're Mexican, it's the Mexican Mafia. If you're Chicano, it's La M.A. If you're white, it's the Aryan Brotherhood. That's how it is in the Arizona jail and prison system.
All right. Next question. Was you... I don't even know how to word this one.
I hope it's a funny one.
Did you have relationships with men in prison? Was you gay in prison?
Shit.
No matter how, you know what? I kept dropping the soap time after time after time. And no matter how many times I dropped the soap, I never got lucky, Demon. I think it's my hairy ass.
Man.
So you didn't have any intimate relationships with men while you was in prison?
I never got lucky. People are saying Sammy the Bull confirmed
He went on a date though.
Sammy the Bull was not running that ecstasy ring. It was his son running the ecstasy ring with Mike Papa.
So are you bisexual?
No, I just like to dress like this when I'm talking to you, Demon.
So you are a straight man, yeah?
And you sure look handsome, Demon, when you get angry.
Bloody hell. But yeah,
I think you're quite naturally
like I said, I am struggling to hear you properly, but you are straight, yeah?
I'm straight, yes. Yes.
Okay. Right. This one, I don't even want to spend too much time on Darren or whatever. But yeah. I heard you say before in the past that he's admitted to you that he has said the outlandish things he says about other people because he knew it was explosive and it would get a reaction. Is that true?
I can't remember exactly what I said there, and I don't want to misquote Darren or myself because it could cause beef.
Ooh, you're wriggling, Shaun. No, and I asked that question because if you believe in people breaking the Defamation Act, like you say, then surely he should be punished the same, no?
If I believe in the Defamation Act, surely Darren should be punished the same. Is that what you're asking? If I believe in the Defamation Act, I only believe in the Defamation.
Not the act, but you know what I'm talking about, breaking the defamation or whatever, however you want to put it. If you believe that people are, because that's why you struck down my video, you believe that I was defamating your character, but he does it to a load of people. So, if you don't, and I'm not trying to force an answer, but in my opinion, if you don't agree that he should be punished for the same stuff as well, then it's almost like you're condoning it. You're picking and choosing who should be punished for doing that.
To commit defamation, you have to name that person.
And he don't stop saying names.
Yeah, but he uses code words. He says like the one, blah, blah, blah.
It's a loophole, but
blah, blah,
it's still wrong, though.
That's, those beefs are between him and those people. That's for them to judge. I'm not going to judge him because I understand
To be fair, I'll move on. I'll move from Dan. How did you meet Wilfred?
I've never ever met Wilfred.
Wasn't he on your show or anything? Wasn't he something to do with you?
Oh, I've been accused. I've been in a conspiracy to abduct children with Wilfred. That's what I've been accused of. Wilfred Wong was a podcast guest of mine. But
how did you get him on the show? How did you meet him? What was your connection to him?
So he ended up on my podcast through John Wedger.
Do you think
outside of filming Wilfred, I have never met Wilfred, but I'm presently being accused by a rival of being in a child abduction scheme with Wilfred.
Yeah, because that was one of the questions in the comments as well. Do you think it was the right amount of time that he got sentenced to? Do you agree with the sentence that he received?
So I am not allowed to discuss that case. I am under instructions from the cops that if I discuss cases that have got court orders on them, I am going to prison.
The chat's going to kill you for that.
That's all right. That's all I can say. I don't want to go to prison, Demon.
No, fair enough. If you can't answer, you can't answer. I can't make you answer. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to answer something if it's going to jeopardize you in any way. So it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
How did you meet Callie?
So she was sent to me through bikers in the West Country. Hell's Angels.
Okay. Did you know when you was raising the GoFundMe for her? Did you know that she was still actively working on an adult site?
No, she was homeless, and the council asked me to put her up in my place. I'd only just met her properly, and I didn't really know, the full extent of her crazy world. But she was homeless, she was drug addicted, she was getting abused, and the council asked me to house her here for a few days while they found her more fuller housing, proper housing.
But after that though, did you know that she was still her pictures was on an adult website?
She had people coming here helping her create content.
And you see, that's what they were saying. The pictures on her adult website, yeah,
Yep,
were they taken in your property?
some of them were, yeah.
So then she must have posted them herself then. So she must have been working on the site, no, when she
Yeah,
was
but the
with you.
thing is, people are saying on that site it says she was charging £1,200 a night. How on earth could she have a GoFundMe? Well, she was living a life of desperate drug addiction. It's like you meet people in prison who say, "Yeah, I'm going to just rob this bank and retire for the rest of my life." That was about as much chance as she had of getting 1,200 quid. It's a pipe dream, basically. It's all fake. She was fronting it on that website, but really, she was living a very desperate life. She was homeless, drug addicted, getting abused. Council asked me to put her up here, and that's what I did. That was while she was waiting to get more permanent housing.
Do you see how that can make the story though of her story like not credible? Because what person who's been an R victim or a sex trafficking victim reenacts those kind of things and then still goes onto them websites? You know what I'm saying?
And do you know what? Do you know what her parents said to me after I had dinner with them? After we did that, do you know what my parents said after we did the prank? That is a reconstruction. Do you know what her parents said to me, Demon? They said to me that someone who's been through these horrible things, it's a show of strength when they can make a joke out of it. And what is wrong with all these trolls trying to destroy this poor woman's life? That's what her parents said to me. Her parents knew everything that was going on. If anything abusive had happened from me to her, believe me, her mom is tough as fuck, like Wild Woman. She would have knocked the shit out of me. So she had a full understanding of what had happened, and a parent, for a mom to say that, shows these trolls, these sick fucks who just tried to destroy her, spoiled her GoFundMe, which made her contemplate going back to sex work. And then, fortunately, she's pulled herself together. She's living in the West Country now. She's got a son with her. She's in a house, and she's off the drugs. And that is thanks to the people who donated to the GoFundMe and continue to help her after these sick trolls who hate sex workers tried to destroy that poor girl's life.
For what her parents said to you, I would say that's one way of looking at it. I don't think it's the way that I would look at it, but I
And
can
no,
understand.
I'm not trying to justify it. The prank was extremely distasteful. I apologized. I apologize again now if anyone's watching this who was offended. And it
Sean,
was
you've just
almost
messed up one of my questions. I was going to ask you, are you going to apologize?
yeah, it's almost 2 years ago, Demon, and I've been apologizing ever since.
So, did you ever have an intimate relationship with her yourself, personally?
No, she doesn't trust men. She was into women.
She was into women.
Yeah,
Are you still in contact with her now?
absolutely. I've been supporting her non-stop.
Would you be all right with asking her if she would come on and do some questions with me?
No, because she doesn't want to get back into the mix. She is
Not
staying
at all.
she's staying offline. She has been cyberbullied like crazy. All those trolls who hated her for being a sex worker and destroyed her GoFundMe are still on the case to this day. And for her own mental health, she's trying to stay out of the situation.
I don't blame her, to be honest.
Yeah.
Asked you that. 1 second, I'm just reading these questions off my computer, Shaun.
Keep them coming, and I appreciate the opportunity, Demon, to
No,
get
thank you. I
all
appreciate
this
you
out there,
coming on
get
and
the
even
truth out there.
allowing
There's just so
yourself the
much
opportunity
bullshit.
and giving me the opportunity to ask you these questions. I'm a small channel. You don't need to come on my channel.
Well, this is the thing. We're no better than you, Demon. Everyone's equal.
Yeah.
Amen.
And I love life. I enjoy speaking to people. And you are quite a character.
So, was it you or was it Wildman? Because I'll be honest, when I listen to your story, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard you say that it was you yourself that could smoke $100 White Rock. And then I've heard you say it was Wildman that could smoke $100 White Rock.
When I was a teenager, I watched my grandfather's skin turn green in hospital when he died from cancer from smoking. I've never smoked.
Okay. So it was Wildman then?
Wildman would consume any quantity of drugs you put in front of him, he would consume. And that's probably one of the reasons why he's dead now.
Fair enough.
Where's the questions for Jen?
They're coming.
I've got Jen's next. I'm gonna do you and then switch on to her.
Don't be so patient, Shaun. He's just trying to get the heat off him, isn't he?
Touch with G-Dog?
I'm sorry, Demon, what?
Are you still in touch with G-Dog?
G-Dog, I do speak to every so many years. He materializes.
And would he confirm any of your stories for you?
Probably not, because the last time I had a conversation with him, he said he was getting told from above that we needed to stop talking about certain things.
You do see how that looks, though, don't you, from the outside looking in?
Yeah, it looks like it's legit, because if I was clicked up with these people, they wouldn't just put themselves on Front Street like fucking YouTube idiots.
No, I see it from that side as well, but I'm saying if I'm not a street person, I'm not nothing, I'm just someone who consumes content on a regular basis. If I heard that, I would think, ain't that a bit convenient for you that you can't get him to come on and confirm the story? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, if it is convenient for me, that's great. But the reality is, when you're dealing with an active mafia, these guys just don't fucking put their faces out there.
Fair enough.
This is one of the most powerful, dangerous mafias in Arizona. They tried to assassinate the head of the Department of Corrections. They assassinated witnesses, cops, all kinds. This is real stuff, man. It's not stuff you just fuck around with on YouTube.
No, I hear you. What was your biggest regret in life other than going to prison?
Hiring me.
So, my mom flew 5,000 miles to visit me in jail, Sheriff Joe Pile's jail. And she was on her own. She'd been waiting outside for hours in the heat and the sniffer dogs and the searches. And when I saw her in the visitation room, just crumpled up, her face all fucking depressed and sad looking, and oh man, I mean, my worst fear was my parents finding out about my crimes. And then when you're faced with that situation where your mom is broken, she's come 5,000 miles to see you, it really affects your heart and mind. Yeah.
So that's your biggest regret?
That's one of them. And I also regret putting people on the road of drug use, because I thought I was keeping the party going. But when I got in the jail and saw 90% approximately injecting heroin, 2/3 hepatitis C, yellow jaundice skin, teeth rotting out, I realized I put people on that path of destruction. And that's why I committed to hopefully to restore my karma by getting out there and speaking to school kids in the hopes that they wouldn't go down the same roads as me.
I respect it.
Thank you.
You already answered that one. Where do you see yourself, Shaun, in 5 to 10 years?
This is the thing. When I was a teenager, it was greed is good. Got to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Now I just wake up, do my yoga, throw the squirrels some monkey nuts, and just see what's happening in the day. And I just love life. Honestly, I don't have that discipline and that, like I got to do this, I got to do that 10-year plan. I think like the Chinese. I just enjoy life now. Just take what comes. And I feel really privileged that we've got, all these people supporting what we're doing, the love that just comes in every day. When we go around town and people come up to us and say how much they really enjoy the channel and who their favorite podcast guests are, I feel really privileged that there's still so much interest in my story after all these years.
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't hear you, Shaun.
I feel really privileged that there's still so much interest in my story after all these years.
Okay. You must be a millionaire by now, though, no?
No, I was a millionaire in America. I'm just rebuilding. Slow and steady progress. But what I
Steady
learned,
wins the
Demon,
race,
is,
don't it?
Demon, the meaning of life is not money. It's your thoughts, and it's what's in your heart and your intentions in life.
No, I agree. To me, money's just a tool. That's all it
You
is.
can't take it with you.
It's just something to exchange.
When I did have all that money, it brought a lot of problems.
Well, it does, isn't it? The more money you have, the more problems.
Exactly. So I just, I'm just in the apartment here. I just enjoy living a chilled out life now.
Fair enough. What advice, Shaun, have you got for anyone that's just started YouTube or wants to think about starting YouTube? What advice would you give them?
So if you're just starting out on YouTube, don't do any pranks. If you do podcast wars, you might get a lot of views, but it's very stressful. I would say just go slow and steady, get some great guests on, and produce good content. And that's the thing, Damon, when I'm criticized, it just motivates me to just keep producing great content. We've got 3 podcasts coming out this week. We've got a Dominatrix on Sunday night. We've got Darren G Part 3 on Tuesday night. And we've got John Wedger, the ex-London cop who protects kids, on Thursday night. And just to be able to, meet all these great people and hear their interesting stories, it's the funnest, wickedest job in the world. And to even get to talk to people like you, Demon, and have Jen in the studio with her energy, it just gets better and better.
You're too kind.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Other than your own channel, Shaun, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite channel? What's your go-to channel on YouTube?
I gotta admit, I mostly watch Darren G.
You do?
Yeah.
Please, I have to ask you, has he got some sort of dirt on you?
No, that's ridiculous.
He hasn't, no. It's just you're just a
another thing,
genuine, out of the love of your heart,
There's all
trying to help it.
kinds. People are trying to talk me and my channel down with all kinds of conspiracies right now, and that's one of them. They're saying that Jen is actually someone from my past who's had reconstructive surgery. That's another one.
Oh, that was the best one. Absolute plonkers out there. Don't have a fucking clue. Sorry.
So, last question, Shaun, for you.
Yeah.
When I last spoke to you on the live, you said to me, when I asked you about could you take off the strike off the defamation complaint on my channel, you said to me you don't think it's possible to do that, yes?
Correct.
When I then asked you at the end of the conversation, you basically insinuated that you wouldn't take it off because you said it was your opposition's ammunition.
Yes.
So which one is it?
So basically, when I went to help that person that day, that video was based on Marvin. When I went to help him that day with pure intentions in my heart, and he had these evil intentions of making me snort flour, it put me in a very confusing situation. My best
You looked
friend,
like you was under pressure.
My best friend, Wildman, had about a month to live. I was under extreme pressure. Imagine if your best mate from childhood had a month to live, and then some asshole gets you on camera and tries to make you look like a proper cunt, which he did. I went up there to help him. I got him a Lad Bible interview. I was helping him for a couple of weeks even after that, until the truth came out when he posted those videos and framed them in a way to make me look like an absolute twat.
Mm.
Well, like I said, he was a bit onto you on that interview, from what I could see.
Yeah, he was. He was siding with the other, you know who in the podcast was.
So the real last bonus question for you, Shaun.
Yes.
Are you gonna free the demon's video? Are you gonna free my video?
No, and any other videos that go up that are defaming me with the lies put out by these
I didn't say any
ruthless-
lies though. I didn't say no lies.
You cannot have a video taken off YouTube for defamation unless it has a lie in it and you are named specifically.
No, but I said in the video that it's not fact. It's only my opinion. So my opinion can't be a lie. It can't be. It's just an opinion.
Then
It doesn't mean it's true.
Then YouTube wouldn't have taken it down.
So you're not gonna free the demon's video.
Any videos that are spreading lies about me that side with those people in the podcast wars will be taken down. I sat quietly for a year letting that poison factory just produce all these videos and spread these bullshit rumors, and a year later now I'm standing up for myself, responding to the crap that they've thrown at me and taking their videos down. Enough is enough. They've twisted people's minds into thinking that I am a police informant, I'm a paedophile, I'm abducting children with Wilfred Wong, and on and on and on it goes. And even though there's not one shred of evidence for any of that, if you've got millions of views like these guys did have on those videos, you are twisting people's minds. So I had to stand up for myself and start to take this stuff down. You just jumped on it in an innocent way, but you put yourself in the mix.
No, I'm not in the mix. I'm not in the mix with no one. I'm not in the mix. I'm a lone wolf in this YouTube world.
Well, we're here on your channel, and we've suddenly become the most watched thing on your channel. And I hope, Demon, out of respect for you and your channel, the time we are giving you right now is balancing out me taking that video down.
Mm.
Say that again. I didn't hear the last bit.
I have watched your videos, Demon. It appears that we are the most viewed on your channel. And I'm hoping now that the time we are giving you has balanced out that we took that video down.
Listen, you're entitled to do what you want to do, Shaun. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I even said in the video, and I said to you last time, and I'll say it to you now, it's not personal with me. It's not personal at all because I don't know you. So I'm not mad about your decision. I'm not happy about your decision. I'm just like, oh, wow. But the good that came out of it was, like I said, I ended up getting your attention.
Yes, we're here. You still got our attention.
Have you watched any videos on my channel?
No.
I have.
Only your ones.
Didn't even watch my one.
You
That is brutal.
nasty man, Shaun.
It was already taken down by my team.
You're such a shitbag.
I'm glad you said it, Jen.
Yeah. Well, I see one of the comments gave me the word thank you.
Well, no, Shaun, listen. That's all the questions I got for you, man. I hope I'd asked what the chat wanted.
And you know what? If I've not answered them fully, because what's going to happen now is they're going to go away and say he didn't answer this and that fully. So while you're asking Jen questions, viewers, this is your opportunity now. If you feel I've not answered anything fully, come back at me when Jen's finished answering the questions, because I want to set the record straight. And this is why I appreciate this opportunity Demon has provided me, because of all these controversies and bullshit going around me, but from the circle of fucking leeches. I want to get those conspiracy theories set straight.
Well, yeah, if while I'm talking to Jen, then if you read any of the comments, Sean, and you see questions that people are asking, and
Jot
you wanna answer them, just answer them when I'm finished talking to Jen.
All right. Oh, good. Good luck, Jen.
Oh,
No
don't.
worries. Thank you, Sean, again.
Thank you.
I don't need luck.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you? How's your day been?
Good. Like I said, injection of ears so I can hear you, which is a great start to my day, to be fair.
Yeah, I can hear
and
you a
yeah.
lot better than I could hear Sean.
It's this isn't on that. This is coming through the webcam there, so it's probably a bit better. So I'm watching
Okay.
Sean shake his head. So yeah, I'm excited for these questions today.
Well,
fire away.
I don't know you. I don't really heard anything about you. I only heard a few things, and most of the things I heard are from the comments in my section today
Yes.
and yesterday. So I've only got a few questions, but I'm happy for you to tell your story or whatever and whatnot.
Okay.
The first question is that people keep asking: why do
Am I
you
a sex worker? That's the one I've just been watching.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's start off with something light first.
I like to go balls deep, you see. So
people say that you call yourself Jenny Boomer. That's not your real name, is it?
No, my name is Jennifer Hopkins. I was born in Wiltshire, and I've never declared that my name is Boomer. If everyone out there wants to know where the name Boomer come from, it was my dog who passed away this year. If you actually look into my Instagram, look at the name of the company I've ran for 4 years, Boomer and Jen Organic, you will see I named a company after my little Boston Terrier who was diagnosed with cancer at 2 years old. She unfortunately passed this April. I've got her ashes actually here behind me if you want to feel sorry for me. And books about her. She was my best friend. And yeah, unfortunately, she passed away. So all my sort of social media accounts are associated with Boomer because I loved her dearly. And it's as simple as that. And if people out there can't figure out and see the connection between Boomer and Jen Organic, Boomer_Jen, scroll through my photos, you'll see photos of my dog on there saying, oh, look what Boomer's doing. Like, come on. If you're going to troll, do it properly.
So that's where the name comes from, your dog then?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. And I think people have got it really confused that I'm calling myself Boomer. If you look at all my podcasts that I've done with Shaun, never once have I gone, hi, and today we have Boomer in the room. No, it's Jen. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. And my favourite crisps, Tom Jarvis, are, I've got to say, they're Quavers. I go mad for a packet of Quavers.
Cheesy Watsons.
Cheesy Watsons. Oh, they're grim. You look like one tonight, Shaun. Yeah.
So you've been arrested before, yeah?
I was a little shit growing up. I'm not proud of it. Some of them are quite amusing. There was one quite recently last year in Israel for arguing in the streets with my ex-partner, and we both got arrested. But bar that, most of them between the ages, I want to say as early as 14, 15 to about 25, I was a little shit.
Sorry, no, someone just went past my Ring doorbell.
Oh! But
so how many times have you been arrested?
I want to say, so I was having this discussion with Shaun recently. I want to say 11, but I think it might be more. So I've started writing them down, all the arrests, starting at my sister getting me nicked for nicking her DVDs when we were younger, to setting off some... Yeah.
Sorry, give me 1 second, please.
Oh, he's got delivery, isn't it? It's Amazon. Oh, so how are you, Shaun, this evening? How's the school talk?
Yeah, I'm just reading the chat, and people are saying because I'm looking up, that means I'm lying.
Well, guys, apparently Kerry Danes, one of our recent podcasters, said that you've got to look from the waist down when people are lying.
That's
not
true.
The eyes.
Indeed.
I'm just going to look up now.
Sorry, someone was actually at my door. It was a late Amazon delivery.
Someone commented that you were getting raided.
No.
That would get views, Demon.
Would you say, Shaun?
That would get huge views if you got raided on live.
Wow.
No, just an Amazon package.
They blame me.
I said
me.
it was Amazon. What you got?
That'd be telling.
Oh, so yeah.
No,
what's your next question?
It's just a new lens for my camera. That's all.
Oh, fabulous.
So yeah, sorry, I was asking you how many times you've been arrested. You said you think 11 times, yeah?
It's possibly more. I mean, I spoke with my mother earlier, trying to get her to jog my memory because obviously I was doing it at home a lot of the time. Oh, it's going off again. Your doorbell. Is it another delivery?
No.
Oh, but no. So one of them was at a cricket/football club in Holt in Wiltshire. I broke in, and by this point I must have been arrested because how they caught me. But I broke in one evening to steal some fireworks to set off again in my teenage years, and I had an ice pole, one of those ice poles, and I put it on the dropped it on the floor, and they found me through my DNA because I stole all the fireworks. Naughty me. Another one was stealing my mum's car. Yeah, she wasn't happy with that one when I was having a house party when she was away. God, there's so much fighting. I hit a bloke when I was living in Weston-super-Mare under a camera, under CCTV. So got arrested for that one on my 18th. 21st, I went out as Vickers and Hose, which is why I find these comments fucking amazing. For my 21st in Bristol. And I got arrested for putting a shoe in a man's head because he went to attack one of my family members. So, and a man on a horse went past just at the right time. Just all sorts. Nothing really. It's more misdemeanors. Nothing serious. I've never done for murder. I've never been to prison. My only charge I have got is that ABH charge.
I was going to ask you if you've been to prison, but obviously you just answered that.
No.
So, what's your relationship with Shaun? Is it personal or professional?
Oh, what the fuck! I get bored of this one. We don't mix. Yeah, we don't mix business with pleasure. Me and Shaun are best mates. Oh, that's nice of me to call you my best mate.
Thank you.
So no, honestly, I am his co-host. We get on really well, and I know people turn around and say, "Oh, all this chemistry, we can sense it, the shagging and all this." It's getting tiring. I just love podcasting. I don't want a relationship. And Shaun doesn't want me to have a relationship because then it will take me away from podcasting.
Not even allowed breaks.
No, the breaks. So last year, I sent him some items. So I've always loved his channel. Little did I know he lived in fucking Guildford. So I wanted to advertise because obviously I own organiccottonclothing.co.uk. And on an interview with Matthew Steeples live last year, Shaun started advertising my hoodies.
David Macmillan it was.
Oh, was it David Macmillan? I thought it was Steeples. Yeah. Oh, right. But one of them. So on the David Macmillan one, he wore that. David Macmillan now wears one of mine every time he comes on, doesn't he? Which is quite nice. And then, just went for a coffee, went from there. We clicked instantly. It wasn't a date. I had a partner. Like up until April this year, I was in a full-term relationship.
Should we tell them about the Queen sessions?
The Queen?
The Queen sessions.
Oh God. So, don't. Oh, sorry, mate. Things just turned down. So no, I used to get, when I'd have a row with my ex, as I did, we had quite an up and down relationship, being in lockdown and all that stuff. We'd have a massive row. I'd ring Shaun. I'd be normally pretty pissed at this point. Go to his, whack on Queen, I want to break free, dancing round, and then I pass out on his fucking sofa. Not once did he try and be a creep to me or anything like that. I felt absolutely secure in his presence. So anyone who says, I've seen all sorts of comment on Shaun alongside myself, are just, you need to just fuck off.
We would literally dance. We would dance to Queen on a YouTube playlist for like hours. Dancing in the living room to Queen, man, it was crazy.
It was crazy times, but do you know what? It got me through it, and then
sounds crazy.
Yeah, it was good fun. So, yeah.
Can you
So,
dance?
We haven't done that in a while.
Soon
We'll
as
have to
you've
do it at
done-
the Christmas do.
Can you dance the Queen Demon? Can you demonstrate?
Yeah.
Can I
I
demonstrate
want
what?
to break free.
Dancing to Queen.
Hey man, I got my moves are killer.
Ow!
I got killer moves. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see them now.
Don't
Oh,
you
absolutely
shouldn't
brilliant.
chase demons, Jen. You know what happens if you chase demons, innit?
Well, I'll be chasing the bloody moon this evening. I'll be putting all my crystals outside for the full moon.
If you chase demons, you end up in a graveyard.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Luckily, I'm not
seeing as
scared.
you said it earlier, is the rumors true about you being a sex worker? And
They're absolutely. Oh, I love this question. So the conspiracy theories I've heard so far. That's all I'm going to say. Obviously, that I'm Callie and I've had a facelift, reconstructive surgery. I've
in my
heard all
comments,
sorts.
they were saying that you. That's how Shaun met you, which is through
No,
Callie. You know Callie, and you was involved in
I
that
know
circle.
Callie. I've never met Callie in my life. I don't know the. Sorry, I got my pen blown. I don't know the girl. I have never met her. I knew Shaun when he was with her, but I never met her. She's, might be a lovely girl. I've got no comments on her because I can't comment on someone I don't know. Not at all. I've started my company 4 years ago off the bones of my bloody arse, and the fact that I don't get respected for it, I just get called a fucking hooker. It really does wind me up. Like, I started an eco-friendly company to save the fucking planet.
Do you drive an electric car?
No, I don't drive. I get the train or public transport because I hate driving. I have got a license, but I don't. I got rid of my car when I moved into my new place because I got a train station just there. I'd rather do that.
Fair enough. So where did these rumors come from? Where are they coming from?
Because I'm a sexy bitch. That's what.
Hey, Jen, can you just clarify what you meant when you said when Callie was with me? Because people are in the chat are thinking you mean sexually.
No, like when you were spending time together. Like that's not what I meant. With you.
Be careful.
Podcasting.
Yeah. Like when she was with you. What's wrong with saying it like that? What? No, I'm not saying relationship. When she was in
people
your
in the
fucking
chat
presence.
are misconstruing that as with him.
Oh no. With him. No.
Well, thank you for
joining him. There you go. I'll clear that up again and again and again for you. Don't worry, I got your back, man. But no, and but talking about all this, I am starting a new project with Casby, who's going live on Friday, and I'm really excited to be working in the dungeons in London. It's all exciting. Strangely enough, I've never been there before.
Who's Casby? Who's Casby?
She is the dominatrix we interviewed recently, and we're starting a Vimeo.
Eight o'clock.
It's gonna be massive.
8 o'clock Sunday night on my channel is our interview with Casby, the dominatrix.
Yeah. So, and I've got a really exciting project with her starting on Vimeo. So I'm plugging that now. Always working, aren't I? But, yeah, it's the trolls. You hear all kinds of things. Carry on. Any bad publicity is good publicity for me. Carry on.
So what was you doing before podcasting? I know you said about your clothing and stuff like that. But
clothing company.
Outside of that?
I was a hairdresser for many years. I also worked in retail. I worked for my mum's care company. I've done bloody ambulance chasing, anything, everything. Worked in a bar. You name it, I've done it.
Fair enough. So what's your opinion on the whole? I'm sorry, Shaun, I have to apologise. What's your opinion on the prank that Shaun done with Callie?
I didn't think it was a great idea. No, it didn't end well. Had Shaun I did ask him if he could go back in time, would he have done it? He said no. And I said, yeah, I think that's wise. It's not a good publicity move. It was, a bit... Didn't work out well, did it? So, yeah, never again. Never again.
Fair enough. So, other than that, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, Jen?
Being the top podcaster. You know, me and Shaun are the king and queen of podcasting now. Just fucking... Oh, sorry, my effing and cheffing's terrible to see. I'm quite tired.
How can we be the king and queen when we buy our subscribers? Jen.
We don't buy subscribers. What is this about? Get a hobby, people, man. Right, instead of trolling, go out, have a run, go hug a fucking tree, right? Stop your assing trolling. I'm finding it entertaining. Keep coming for me.
They're saying that I'm the queen.
Yeah, I'm the king. So I'm the king, you're the queen. We got that. You do look like you look like the jester tonight.
This is a Venetian Joker mask.
Oh, it's lovely.
I'm gonna be honest. It looks like one of them swingers things, one of them swinger masks.
It's a rave mask. Boris Brecha is the DJ, I think, who was it.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, thanks.
So where did you get your mask from, Demon?
California.
I think it's wicked.
It's my whole body.
You answer the door like that.
So does it go
Answer the door just like this.
So does it go like down there, or is it like just? I'm trying to visualize it. So it pulls down like quite far, right? That's very clever.
Yeah.
I want one.
I
might. Do they do like a female version?
They do loads. It's the same company that make the film. It's a film company. They make the mask for Game of Thrones.
Ah! Oh wow! Impressive.
So yeah, to be fair, there ain't any other questions that was in the comments that I thought was worth answering. Some of them were quite rude and stuff, and I ain't going to be doing all that derogatory stuff.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to add or you want to say, Jen?
Well, no. As I mentioned before, I'm not, particularly bothered about the trolls or anything like that. I'm just focused on the task at hand, which is podcasting. I'm really enjoying it. I'm very new to it, but I am really excited by it. I get a real buzz when I enter the room, and yeah, I'm just going to continue to do my thing and make the world a better place.
Will you be staying as Shaun's co-host, or do you have plans of starting your own podcast at any point?
No, I want to stay with Shaun. Yeah,
Sorry, giving her ideas, Demon.
What, starting my own podcast? No, we're building a.
You don't want to leave the nest.
No. Well, the thing is, I see how much work Shaun puts into it. Now, not only am I doing this, I'm also running a company as well. So I would not have the time to run my company and do my own podcast, my own podcast channels. So it's completely pointless for me. I enjoy working with Shaun. We've got a really good chemistry. That's chemistry on the screen, guys. And, we work really hard. We're building a really cool team. We've got great people around us, really positive people working in a great direction. So I'm going to stick with that. I know where my bread's buttered.
I don't blame you.
What about yourself then, Demon? I mean, what's your plans for the next 5-10 years then?
I don't know, like I honestly really don't know. I just literally, it's crazy because I started this YouTube thing, and the mask was just a part of the character, and I'm glad that I did wear the mask because I didn't expect the channel to blow up like that. I thought I'd be 2 years in with like getting 18 views. So when I started, and then within like 3 to 4 weeks, the number just started jumping and jumping and jumping, and the reception I was getting was good. It's the best idea that I had, which was to wear the mask, because I'm not good with all that stuff. I don't want to be known and all that sort of stuff. So at the minute, I'm just enjoying the feedback I'm getting, the reception I'm getting from the people, and I'm just riding the wave and seeing what's happening.
Well, I said to Shaun, I said to yourself when I spoke to you, I think you're wicked. I like what you're doing. It's different and it keeps people guessing. Don't take off that mask till you get 1 million subscribers.
I mean, if I got 1 million, I'd have to take it off. I think if the channel got that big, it would kind of like, it would force me to take the mask off.
Are you gonna enter our Christmas party competition?
Yeah. So we've asked 2 members of the public, or all members of the public, sorry, we've got 2 spaces at our Christmas annual party we're having at the hotel in Guildford. They get a stay at the hotel, use of the spa, obviously a Christmas meal, and we have got, I might have to go get the list of how many people coming. Let me go grab it.
Yeah, get the list. I'll fire some off the top of my head. Basically, our most viral guests who are based in the south are going to be
Sorry,
there.
guys.
It's going to be the biggest. It's going to be the biggest gathering of true crime people, for a very long time that I can imagine from separate
It's going to
criminal
be like an
organizations.
ex-criminal networking event.
Yeah. Well, do you want to hear Do you want to hear who's on the list?
Yes,
Go on, then.
please.
Right. So we have Paul Ferris, John Wedger, Tug of War, Andrew Pritchard, David McMillan, John Abbott, Dr. Das, Joey Barnett, Gary Hutton, Tony Gooch, JMK, Kaz.
That's Jamie Morgan Kane.
Oh yeah, it's Jamie Morgan Kane. Why did you put JMK on there for me? Kaz, Alex Reed, Matthew Steeples, Steve Graham, and Lee Davis. But I think there's people missing off this list because it's an old one.
So what's the competition, Shaun? How do you enter it? What do you have to do to enter
You've got to create a video saying why you want to come to the Christmas party and what you like about these guests and the channel. And 2 people are going to win. Spend the night at the hotel. Spend all day at the Christmas party with everybody. It's all going to be filmed. We've got 3 cameramen coming. We've got a crew of like 10 people on that day, and it's going to be something else. Yeah.
It's massive.
How do you pick who the winner is?
Whoever produces the most compelling video.
Well, if I entered, I've already won, and I am dead.
But would you turn up? You'd wear your mask, wouldn't you, the whole time?
If I turned up, yeah.
If you won.
I've already
I'd
won.
love that. You've already won. Yeah, we create the content here. There you go. But no, yeah, it's exciting stuff. So that's coming up soon.
Just for the information of the chat, people asking about Paul Ferris. I'd just like to remind the viewers, I have published Paul Ferris's audiobook, and I am publishing his upcoming book, and I am hosting the podcast between Paul Ferris and Blink here very soon.
That's what I was going to say. Is there anything that you want to promote or plug? So it's the least I can do for you coming on the channel and giving me the opportunity to ask you the questions.
Well, there's a few more questions outstanding that have come up.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I
One of
apologize.
them,
Is there anything that you see in the chat that you want to respond to?
They keep saying, why doesn't Sammy the Bull know your name? So my question is, how would he know my name? Think about it. I was operating from the shadows, an ecstasy ring, under fake names back then. How on earth would he know my name? He never left the house, and he had hardly anything to do with the ecstasy ring other than giving his son money for it. On the streets, it was run by Gerard Gravano and Mike Papa. And those guys knew us as the English family, English Shaun, English Peter. So if anyone wants this clearing up, I suggest you watch the National Geographic documentary that's just come out about this. It's called Narco Wars, How E Busted the Bull. And it shows my ecstasy ring versus his ecstasy ring. And when National Geographic do a documentary about you, they don't mess around. They want to see all your paperwork. They get everything verified through their legal department. This is my second documentary now with National Geographic. Gravano, Sammy, the boss, the bull, he wasn't on the streets peddling ecstasy. He was in his house doing his thing. And to this day, he denies having any involvement at all with the ecstasy ring. I have never claimed to have met him. He wouldn't have known my name back then, but his son certainly does, and Mike Papa certainly does. So that's where that is.
Is there anything else that they've been saying that you've seen, Shaun, in the chat that you want to respond to?
Let me just scroll up it. There was a few things. Let's see. Hold on.
So what are you doing tonight, Demon? Friday night? You out? Out?
No. I'm a family man.
Ah.
So I think they got back about 5 minutes ago. So I'll probably go down, have something to eat, and then watch maybe a movie with the kids. And that's about it, really.
Have you started getting ready for Christmas yet? Having the kids?
Yeah, we started about 2 weeks ago getting ready for it. It's a nightmare, man.
I found one, Demon. I found one. They're
Go on.
saying, am I banned from schools talks? This is a conspiracy put out by the trolls and the circle of leeches to try and damage my reputation. Jen was at a school talk with me about 2 weeks ago. She filmed it, and if you go on
I
my
did.
TikTok, Shaun Attwood1, you'll see all kinds of clips of me speaking at a school. I was never ever banned from schools. That's just absolute lies by these parasites and leeches trying to destroy my reputation by saying I'm a gay, informant, paedophile, child abductor, which is the lie they keep repeating over and over.
It's just
I
getting
think
tiring now and boring.
they got that
No.
from Hitler. Hitler said, if you keep repeating something, eventually the masses will believe it. I think he took it from Freud. So that is the strategy these leeches and parasites are using. They're trying to talk my channel down. They're trying to talk my reputation down so they can siphon off my subscribers.
Fair enough. Listen, some of the
Jenny is
things
not her
people say
name.
is a proper
Right.
talent.
I want to
some people
give
do
you
say
my
some
birth
outlandish
certificate at
shit.
some point.
What'd you
It's so
say?
frustrating. One of the comments, Jenny's not her real name. I was born Jennifer Ann. Okay? Like, it's so frustrating when people say it's not my real name. I'll get my mother on a live to talk about the 28th of the 5th, 1988, at 8 a.m. when she gave birth to a daughter called Jennifer. Don't care.
Bloody hell. Was there anything else that you seen in there, Shaun or Jennifer?
Yeah, someone was saying that I dressed Callie up as a kid. Where is the video of me dressing her up as a kid? Where is the evidence that I dressed her up as a kid? She was pedo baiting at that time. She had a scam she was running on pedos, and that's where the outfit came from. I had nothing to do with it. There's no video of me dressing her up. If I had a thing like that, a kink like that, a fucking heinous activity like that, that would have come out long time ago. I would definitely, be in all kinds of shit. So that is just completely outrageous bullshit that the parasites and the leeches who are trying to damage my reputation keep putting out there.
I saw a picture, Shaun, yeah?
Yep.
And you was dressed as a woman, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was that recently?
I don't know when it was, but I wanted to ask you, could you explain that? What was that? Like, what was going on with that?
That was, I think, from the dungeon. Yeah, so we're doing a documentary series about what happens in dungeons.
Yeah.
So I was recently filmed in a dungeon, and I had to go through all the things that these dominatrixes do to people.
Including put a wig on. So I was trying my best to humiliate Shaun because I'm quite the prankster, like jokester, and yeah, that is what it's from. Shaun doesn't turn up to work dressed as a woman.
I got hung upside down. I got electrocuted. I had blades rubbed on me. It got crazy. It's like one of those Louis Theroux weird weekend experiences.
Yeah. So yeah, this weekend I'm actually filming a gimp and a male dom as well. I'm interviewing them, basically asking them why they do what they do.
Me as well.
I electrocuted you. It's like I can't remember what it's called, but a prong or a probe. I don't know. Yeah. But it had like lightning. It had like lightning bolts coming out of it, purple ones, and I was just getting him on his feet.
Bloody hell.
So this person's just insisting I forced Callie to relive her abuse.
Oh, come on.
Callie was running scams on paedophiles. That was not me dressing her up like that. How many times do I have to explain this?
I'm sure the lady is her own person, and she was consented to everything. This is all just an absolute joke that is even being brought up 2 years later. Give it a rest, people.
We're the ones who helped her when the trolls tried to destroy that woman's life by destroying her GoFundMe and forcing her to almost go back to sex work. thanks to our help and the help of my viewers, people who have supported her, to this day, she's off the drugs, she's reunited with her son, and she's doing great. And like I said earlier, I've had dinners with her family members since the prank, and none of them have had a problem with what we did.
Wow. I'm trying to read some of these
Malta
comments.
Witty has a question. Yes, go on, Malta. What you've got? I'm not going to answer that one, Costa Dow. I've seen all your questions, and yeah, keep it clean.
Like I said, she was creating content to set up paedophiles. So you're insisting on asking the same question over and over, and I've explained it.
Someone keeps saying, ask about someone from BNT. What's that? Ask what about?
Oh, yeah. He's threatening to sue me, so I can't talk about that. I'm sorry. And he's got a lot of money, and he could very easily sue me.
Jen, say all right curtains, please. What's that?
If anyone's got any more questions, put them in the chat now, please. And if you think there's nothing, the things that aren't cleared up, please put them in the chat now.
Costa, stop with those comments. I'm not going to answer them.
Why was I banned from the stock exchange? So I had a manager's license, and I wasn't banned from the stock exchange. I actually quit my stock market job, but there was an issue whereby, as a manager, I signed a lot of trade tickets, and one of the guys' tickets I signed, he did pull a number on a pensioner, and that's been written about in my book. It's been written about in the media. That's not something that's hidden. It's all out there, and it's been fully explained. Why did I put a defamation claim against Mob Rats Exposed? Anyone who repeats the lies put out by the leeches and parasites that I am a gay, paedophile, police informant, child abductor, anyone who repeats any of those lies put out by those parasites and leeches trying to destroy my reputation. For a year, I've just sat silent, but now I'm standing up for myself, and we will be striking and defaming, getting those defamation claims in against those people.
Right. On a lighter note, Malta, he asked us who would I like most to model my clothing line, and Shaun, who would you choose as your best guest dead and alive? So, modeling my clothing line, probably Fern Cotton. I really admire the woman, so I love her style as well. So, Shaun, who would you choose as your best guest, dead or alive?
Best guest, dead or alive?
Mm.
Oh my God.
Apart from me.
Apart from you, I'd have to get that. I'd have to get Wildman back. I'd have to rise Wildman from the dead.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. He's here with me. He's still here with me.
I'm not related to Katie Hopkins. No relation whatsoever. Hi, Wildman.
The spirit of Wildman lives on in the videos. I do miss his sense of humour, though. He was so funny.
Do I fancy a date in Glasgow or Spain? I'm not going to lie. Probably Spain, mate. Yeah, we all know someone who's up that way who I wouldn't want to run into. Ask
him about C from Ian. Yeah, the troll channel with the C word. YouTube has just, the legal department at YouTube has just approved dozens of defamation claims against that channel. That person has lied, so many lies, dozens of lies, and YouTube has verified that now and blocked nearly all of the videos about me on that channel. So if that person was telling the truth, I would not have been able to make that claim against them. But that person is so full of it, it's just part of the factory of poison that's being utilized by the circle of leeches and parasites to take my reputation down.
So, Moni Torres, have I dated anyone famous? I can't tell you. I can't. I date grass.
Are you in a relationship, Jennifer? And
No.
Shaun, are you in a relationship?
No.
Both two single Pringles, yeah?
I've just dedicated my life to podcasting all day, every day. That's what you want to hear, Shaun, anyway.
Demon, I was with a woman for 2 or 3 years, and it was perfect. And we moved in together, and it killed it.
So it happens sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. She didn't like my workaholicism.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be hard, I think, for you to be in a relationship from the amount of content I see you putting out.
Yeah, definitely.
So have you not got any more?
No, I'm not.
Questions?
Sorry. Jimbo Slice, I do not have an OnlyFans, and unfortunately, I have no intention of opening one. I can only imagine my mother's face if she's seen something like that. Beautiful.
But her Instagram is rising very fast.
Yes, you can have a check on my Instagram. It's Boomer, BOOMER_JEN.
Jen.
And yeah, Boomer_Jen.
Fighting Trolls asks, will you go on a date with him?
Where's he taking me?
Is that me he wants to go on a date with?
No one wants to go on a date with you, Shaun. Not in that orange bloody shirt there. It's awful. Sure. I've got a face for radio, Costa Dow. Thank you. I'd love to see your face, but you're hidden behind a computer screen.
They want to see the piece of art I bought from Darren G. Let me see if I can get
It's behind you there. I can see it.
Oh, do you see it already?
Yeah.
I'll end up pulling the whole shelf down if I grab that right now.
Mm.
Yes, I did get a piece of art from Darren. We support him as much as we can. So I want to ask the chat, are there any questions right now you're not satisfied with my answers? And if so, ask me the question.
Oh, let me say one actually quickly, Shaun.
Yeah,
because someone in my comments, I ain't gonna say who he is because I ain't got the energy to give him that much attention. But just to clarify for people, do you know what they've been saying to me?
Go on.
How long have I been in your pocket?
Whoa!
This is it. The enemy, the trolls, the circle of parasites. That's it now, because I'm on your channel. We're in a conspiracy together now, Demon. This is how it works in their minds, or this is how they try and anyone who gets to the truth of things, like you're getting to the truth of things tonight, that goes against their false narrative. So now you're with us. That's the way they're going to look at it.
I tried to explain to him, I'm not with no one. I said to him that I don't even know you. I said the only reason I got onto Shaun's radar or he got onto mine is I made a video. He struck my video down. I went into his live premiere and asked him to have a conversation about it. You kindly responded and we said, yep, let's do a live together. And we sorted out a live. And that is the only reason I ended up having a conversation with you.
Yeah, and I love these lads and I love these opportunities to speak to you and to speak to everybody else. And it's fun.
Well, that's what me and Shaun also were going to start saying, that we are going to be doing a lot more lives now. And, you know, meeting new people like yourself, people who are new to the industry. I think it's healthy, it's helpful, and it, you know, brings in a different input.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic, a different energy. We're on Decker Heggies on Monday night, I think, at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. So, yeah, just, it's also, I get to stay at home and do my hoovering. I'm not stuck in the studio in the dark all day.
I've not.
No, I think it's good.
I've not watched
I think it's good.
Trolls yet. They're asking if I watch Fighting Trolls. I've not watched it yet. Do I need to watch it? Did they do lives?
Who?
What?
Fighting Trolls. I've heard people keep mentioning that you need to go with them as well. So we'll reach out to Fighting Trolls. Get in touch.
Look, we aren't afraid of going in the enemy camp. If the enemy's out there, they want us on the live, they want to ask us the hardest questions. We're not afraid because the truth is on our side.
Exactly. And as I said to Demon, didn't I, to you, when you rang me, I said, I'm an open book. You ask me whatever you want. I said, don't construct anything. Go in.
You did. You did. Yeah, because I said to you, I don't want to construct. I just want a free reign to answer what I want.
Exactly. And I said, ask what you want. I'm an open book. There we go.
You did. You did. I can confirm that you did that. And so did Shaun. Yeah. Shaun hasn't said anything about don't ask me this or don't ask me that.
I say ask me everything. Everything. So the Decker Heggie fight they're asking about, I did do a video on it. Much respect to both of those guys. I mean, there were some absolute sledgehammer blows. Look at all the stitches they had, and it squashed the beef, and they were just gentlemen about it. In the days that followed, they were gentlemen about it. What do you think, Jen, about the Decker fight?
It was brutal. Have you seen the state of his face? Poor thing. Yeah, it's got sort of stitches down it. It was very hands-on. I mean, I do enjoy boxing, but that for me was, very extreme.
We had Decker on a couple of years ago, Demon, and all of the trolls in the world contacted us and sent us information. And Wild, we looked through it and we spent the day with him. And Wild Man, who can judge people very fast, he said that Decker Heggie was a good guy. And we've backed him to the hilt. We've had a lot of troll flack over it. But the trolls can say it all what they want. What we
got this for the trolls.
If you've got a conviction, if you've got a conviction against a woman, a crime against a woman or a child, show us the paperwork. That's what they say in prison. Show us the paperwork right away. If you can't show the paperwork, keep your fucking mouth shut. Because if you said that about people in prison, you'd be getting stabbed for saying it.
Well, that's how it is nowadays, though, isn't it? It's not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, which is why I've got to respond and stand up for myself now, with these freaks saying I'm a child abducting, gay, police informant, rapist, paedophile.
Exposure TV. Sorry, someone wanted me to say it. Lovely. Why is Shaun laughing at Demon for not knowing his future on YouTube? Waste man. Come on, guys. He's not laughing at him. This is where it's just. I love these comments. I just think you fucking
collaborating. We are collaborating with Demon.
Yeah.
We're here to answer people's concerns and questions because we've got nothing to hide. The people with shit to hide won't do this.
No. So, it's been a pleasure.
Like I said, whether or not stuff's true or false, or you can prove it or you can't prove it, I give respect where it's due. And you gave me the opportunity to ask you the questions, and in my opinion, that's all you can do. You can give people the opportunity to ask the questions, and you answered them. Whether or not people agree or believe your response or your answers is down to them and their personal opinion. But you have to give someone respect for giving them putting themselves in the firing line to get asked the hard questions.
The saying I didn't answer the money question. So let me just go over it one more time.
Should I get the calculator out again?
I did not make money off the parties. I make money off the party favors. So let's say I got a shipment every so months. I say I got 40,000 party favors from Holland to Arizona. They were going for $25 to $30 in the clubs. Now, I would give them out to my people, 1,000, 5,000. I would give them on credit at anywhere from $8 to $10. Those guys who take 1,000 to 5,000, they give them to their people at 15 to 20, and then they're sold on into the clubs to 20 to 25. So if my costs per pill from Holland, including legal expenses, flights, all kinds of bullshit, were $3.
Shout out Fighting Trolls and Weepiest Nut. Mind how you're talking in my chat for I dash you out.
Let's say I'm making about $7 a pill if they're going out at 10.
Let's see Fighting Trolls. I shout him out. I just asked this question for him, man. Man, don't try to pressure me to do nothing.
What's 7 times 40,000, Jen?
7 times 40,000.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 secs. Let me get my calculator. God, you couldn't live without one of these times. 40,000 equals 2. Oh God, that's my calculator's mucking up. 7 times 40,000. £280,000.
So no dollars.
I said it full, man. Shout out Fighting Trolls, man. Come on.
Yeah. That's what I would have made on that shipment. 280,000.
Nice.
Yeah. But when someone's jumping down your throat on a podcast and you're trying to be nice to him, and he screams, "How much money did you make?" and you say, "From the tens of thousands," and you're about to say into the hundreds of thousands, but before you can even get the sentence finished, I started saying in the tens of thousands. Tens of thousands!
Yeah, come on, man. You know it's not cool.
Millions! Tens of thousands, you fucking small time, motherfucker! Sorry about that, people.
Oh, that outrage. I love
carried
it.
away sometimes.
But yeah, so you earned between, let's clarify it for everyone one last time so we never have to hear it again in our lives because it is so repetitive and so dull. So you earned between £10,000 to in the hundreds of thousands of pound mark.
Yes, per party, depending on how
Thank
many
you.
balls
Right.
we're getting dealt.
Exactly. So there you go, guys. Don't ask again.
Thank you.
Right.
Anything else? My opinion on the troll channels, they're just part of the factory of toxicity and poison that's been feeding the leeches and parasites. And everything they said about me is getting taken down. Half of them have already lost their channels because it's all lies. So that's that question.
Shaun, did you ever go to Mr. Smith's nightclub in Warrington?
Yes, me and Wildman used to minesweep in there when we were teenagers.
You used to what? Minesweep? Oh, what were you nickel the drinks?
Nicking drinks and going up to women, telling them it was our birthday and could we get a kiss?
Did you get a kiss?
It works sometimes.
Bollocks, absolutely. I'm calling bullshit. Oh, but apparently it's burnt down now.
Oh,
Jamie J. H said
this was like just before the rave scene. There was the Hitman and her. What was his name? Michaela Strachan and was it Waterman? And that was just right before the rave scene. But then when the rave scene started, me and Wildman, we would go raving in Manchester and Liverpool. So we were at the Thunderdome, the Hacienda in Manchester, Conspiracy. And in Liverpool, we were at the State in the beginning. We were in the Scrapyard in Toxteth. And then we ended up at Quadrant Park. This was all before 91, because I left the country in 91 for America.
So is that it? Have you not got any more questions for Shaun or Jennifer? Because I'm coming off.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Lee Milligan, he's a cheeky bugger, isn't he? Shaun, how old is your granny? You understand me.
My granny's
33. Me, I think.
You know what the media said? The media said I used to fly my granny to Arizona and stuff money in the wheelchair, in her wheelchair, inside it.
Sweet.
My granny didn't even have a wheelchair.
Oh, God.
Didn't even have a wheelchair. Yeah.
Poor granny.
Well, listen, Shaun, Jennifer, thank you, man. I appreciate you lot for coming on and allowing me to ask you these questions.
We'll definitely do it again.
Yeah.
Listen, you lot keep saying doing it again. People are going to start saying I'm proffering you lot's pockets.
Demon, you forgot to send me your bank details.
Yeah. Oh, love it. But no, yeah, we'd love to do this again. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll talk about it. We'll sort it out.
Definitely.
So, anything else you want to say, Jennifer or Shaun? Is there anything you want to say?
I want to thank everybody in the live chat. No matter what you think of me, I appreciate you putting all these questions to me tonight. I'm here to answer absolutely anything about my story, my conviction, my fuck-ups, whatever it is. I want to get it straight with everybody. So I appreciate Demon, and I appreciate all you guys in the chat for being with us tonight and asking us these questions.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said in it, I can't say it again. Thank you for coming on the platform. You don't have to, and I appreciate it, innit?
No, it's brilliant. I like your mask. It intrigues me.
Bloody hell. Right, Shaun, Jennifer, I'm going to be coming off this because I got to go and have something to eat.
Nice.
Hungry. And I got daddy
bit late to be eating. It's 9:45 now.
And if you want to see,
I haven't eaten. I've got daddy duties to do soon.
If you want to see Jen in a sweats working out with Darren G, Monday night, 8 p.m. No, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. 6 p.m. on my channel. Tuesday night, 6 p.m.
And don't forget, Kaz is live this Sunday at 7 o'clock.
Jen lasted 30 minutes with Darren. I lasted 15.
You were pathetic. Honestly, Demon, if you'd seen it, I'm there going, and don't get me wrong, I'm sweating, I'm struggling to breathe. He's non-stop, like, pushing me. Shaun does it. He looks like he's about to have a heart attack after 5 minutes. So yeah, it's worth a watch. Poor thing.
Bloody hell.
Why
So,
did
yeah.
I hope
why
everyone
was
got the question,
Chris
got the
wa-
answers to the
Chris
questions that
wants
they
to
wanted.
know-
And
Chris
thanks
wants to
everyone for
know-
tuning in, man.
Chris wants to know why I was minesweeping drinks when I had shares in British Telecom at the age of 15. Because I was a greedy little bastard. If my portfolio could grow and I didn't have to spend money on beer, if I could just minesweep, well, yeah, that's what I did.
Saving the pennies there.
The beginning of my criminality.
But did you not think that one of those drinks might have been spiked? Or would
Not
you?
back then, no, but there's an epidemic of that now, isn't it? It's really sad.
Yeah, there is. At universities.
People who commit crimes against women are the lowest of the low. Absolute scumbags picking on women like that, drugging them and doing those things. Those people need putting down.
Bloody hell. Well, again, thank you. You lot, I'm gone. I'm coming off this live.
Yeah, you go
Thank
get
you,
us some dinner and
Jennifer.
see your
Thank you,
kids.
Shaun. And thank
Thank
you
you.
all for
Thanks,
tuning in and
Take
watching.
care, everyone. Cheers.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Next upload is on
No.
Sunday. Shaun, make sure you watch my next upload on Sunday.
All right. Cheers. Bye-bye.
You lot, get in the comments and thing. I'll reply to all the comments. I got to come off, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm starving, man. I need to eat. So love you lot. Thank you for tuning in, man. Respect.